A few days ago, I asked all of you to send over some questions on YouTube on our community post so you can maybe get to maybe know me a bit more. It's also known as a Q&A. And I've gotten quite the questions. So today I will answer not all of them, as if I would do all of them that would be too long for the video. We would be here also tomorrow. So I will pick a handful of few questions out and I will answer them honestly. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm just gonna get straight into it.
Will you take it upon yourself to make the ultimate door building tutorial of all time that will outperform any dumb, less cool tutorial out there? Also, how do you feel about Colin getting robbed of screen time in the finale?
So question is by Slayer, and he has just voiced that, which I want to thank him for. Also, there will be some others who also will voice the questions, by the way, so stay tuned. But anyway, he has asked me, the first question is, would I make the ultimate door building tutorial of all time that outperforms any dumb, less cool tutorial out there? Maybe somewhere in the future? Yes, for sure. But that is something for the future though. I won't make any comments on my future videos, so I think yes, I will totally make the ultimate door building tutorial. It's gonna feature the most funniest memes you've ever seen, and also it's gonna be way more simple, and also it's gonna go way better in your head and less complex than any dumb, less cool tutorial out there. The second question is, how do I feel about Colin getting robbed screen time in the finale? Let's be real here. Colin got absolutely robbed of screen time, especially with the Nori and Colin scenes, alright? You have so many moments in the episode where you could just throw Colin in, even if it is just small addition, but for some reason they didn't, because I don't know, I think the episode was kinda, it feels very rushed at the end of the day. It's like a rushed finale, if you know what I mean. Like, time crunch, and also they couldn't, of course, I think it's kind of realistic that they maybe couldn't go for 40 minutes, but like at least give it 10 more minutes, or even 5 more minutes, 8 more minutes. But and then at least that would have fixed some problems, because you know you go from fight scene to fight scene, and you don't really have the time to process anything. But anyway, back to the question. In my opinion, we really got robbed of Colin and Nori's screen time, to be honest. Like, the only thing we got is the interaction with him, with Nora saying, "You don't know me and I hate you," and then, you know, running off into the distance. And then I think like when they're back in the colony or something, they're back together all of a sudden. So they must have meted up, but that, unfortunately, that was off screen. So yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is at the end of the day. But I really do feel kind of sad that he really got robbed of screen time. Also, I'm doing this unscripted, so if I make a bit of error, how should I say, of saying things, it's because of that, because I do want my true, like, actual thoughts around, alright? Good. So the next question is from Lusky Mapping, who asked, what episode of MD would you remove completely from existence? This is a very hard question in my opinion. But if I could just remove an episode from existence, I would definitely do the episode that is probably the least important, and also just, if you remove like the episode, what would really change? Not a lot. I think it would be episode 5, not gonna lie. And now this may be controversial, as you know, episode 5 gave us lore and all of that. But essentially, the only thing it really gave us, in my opinion, was Sin lore and Tessa lore, but for the rest of it, you know, at the end of the day, it's a corrupted memory by, you know, a certain someone. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's a corrupted memory, and that's pretty much why I would just remove episode 5 from existence, and just from episode 4 move on to episode 6, I guess. The next question he asked, what's your opinion of a what if scenario of Con having the solver instead of Nori? Let's be real here, it's a very cool scenario, but at the same time, let's be real here, Khan will only use it on building doors. That's the only thing he would use it on, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, of course, that was just a meme response. It would be a very cool scenario, but at the end of the day, it's a what if, so yeah. In my opinion, I don't really have a huge opinion on it. It would be cool to see, that's for sure. Blanter asked, first question, do you play Smash Bros Ultimate, and if so, who is your main? Second question, do you like V? And the third and final question being, what's your favorite line from Khan? So the first question, in my opinion, that is a very good question. Yes, I actually do play Smash Bros very rarely, though, but I do have the game. If so, who's my main? To be honest, I don't really have a main. I mainly just use popular Nintendo characters like Mario, to be honest. But yeah, I do have the game, but I rarely play it. So about the second question, if I like V or not, yes, I absolutely do. In my opinion, she's one of my favorite female characters, if not my favorite. Because, well, I really have one good reasoning, to be honest. Her voice actor is exactly my nationality. I mean, how could you not support someone from your nationality? How? And my favorite line from Khan, I already answered this in the Kahoot, but let me say it one more time. Guys, my daughter is into doors. Anyway, yeah, that's my favorite Khan line. Nothing really else to be said. Anyway, good questions from you, Blanter. And yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next question. Eclipse for Nexus, I probably butchered that, so I think I'm just gonna call you Eclipse. Asked, what are your hobbies? My hobbies, to be honest, I have a few. I like gaming, I guess.
Noise.
Motherfucker.
Here's a phone.
I like sim racing as well.
Want to see a magic trick? Good. Abracadabra!
Which I do a lot on my controller mainly. I think I would also like to mention that I also really just don't really have a lot of like hobbies or sports I really do. But yeah, unlike these two, I don't really have a lot of hobbies. The next question he asked, what's your favorite fact about MD? And that is, in my opinion, that Khan was originally meant to be, you know, the main antagonist. Which is, in my opinion, that's a crazy fun fact about the show, to be honest. That Khan was originally going to be the main antagonist before, you know, all that sulfur crap and also other stuff kicked in. Yeah. And then, well, after he became a funny dad, I guess, who just likes doors. Ash McShan, aka the guy who pretty much sounds like N, asked to me, how did you find out about MD? Well, in my experience, I found out about MD really because of SMG4 after, you know, he stopped promoting his stuff. Originally, I actually thought this show was gonna be just nothing for me. I just thought it was kind of stupid and cringy looking. But after watching the episodes, I really loved it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I found out about MD. It's just because of SMG4 really, after I watched some of his arcs. And what is my favorite show or series besides MD? To be honest, I think they're all Dutch series, probably. But yeah, I don't really want to name them in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep that on private for now. MD, of course, is my favorite one, but I think besides that, it's probably a lot of Dutch series, which I just wanna, you know, keep private, if that's okay by you. Erkan asked, first question, how old are you? My age is 16. That is pretty much simply said. I'm 16 now, born on the 26th of December 2007, so I'm becoming 17 this year. Second question, what's my real name? Yeah, my real name is... I'm not getting fooled by you. And the third question is, do you want a cookie? Yes, probably. Ren asked, first question, what's your favorite MD episode? Well, I already mentioned this in my Kahoot, but it's episode 6. Because in my opinion, the pacing, the lore really was, you know, balanced in a good way. Although Khan isn't even in that episode, which in my opinion is the only L. But if it is in my opinion the best episode, well, then that's my opinion. If you think episode 3 is the best episode, hey, that is your opinion, and I won't, you know, make any comments on on that, because episode 3 is a really good episode as well. Second question, do you plan on doing any other content in the future? Honestly, I have no idea what I will do in the future in terms of this YouTube channel. You know, my YouTube channel all of a sudden exploded, and you know, I have no idea what to really do after MD. Like, most of my audience, of course, are MD fans, and you know, I can't just switch to another thing without, you know, then getting a lot of, you know, negative results, which I just don't really want. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, to be honest, in terms of the future of this YouTube channel. Third question, what episode do you personally think Khan was the best in? Oh, by far episode 7. The guy legit went from funny doll loving guy to legit plotting his revenge arc, how should I say. I still think the lines in episode 7 still go hard by him. In a good way, I mean that. Not a bad one, a good way. So yeah, in my opinion, the episode where Khan was the best in is episode 7.
What do you think of Khan originally being an antagonist? What made you resonate and pick Khan of all characters to be your favorite? What's the best type of door?
So yeah, Yaxter, thank you for voicing that, and let's get right on to the answers, because I do not want to waste anyone's time here. So what do I think of Khan originally being the antagonist? In my opinion, like I said earlier, it's very cool, and it's my favorite fun fact about the show. In my opinion, Khan should have been just all badass, in my opinion, throughout the entire show. Even if he wasn't, you know, an antagonist, he should have been, you know, way more badass and just not really all that dull meme stuff. But yeah, that's in my opinion. Second question, why did I pick Khan as my favorite out of all of the characters? I don't know, man, he's just funny. I like to be that guy to just pick random strange ones other than the same favorite character over and over again. You know, be a little bit more unique in myself. But yeah, that is just my opinion. I just wanted to be a bit more unique, and also Khan wasn't really all that much taken on Twitter, so that's why he's my favorite out of all of the characters I could choose of. And what's the best type of doll? Do I really need to answer that one? Because it's, to be honest, Cosmo asked, who is your favorite female character? I think I already just said it, but just in case I didn't, she has a Dutch voice actor, and well, yeah, it's, in my opinion, I think it's probably V out of all female characters they are. I don't know why. Firstly, I might be a little bit biased there, but Dutch voice actor. But secondly, I don't know, I just really think her character is interesting, and in my opinion, is severely underrated in terms of, you know, and Uzi, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's a short and simple answer. I didn't really have to think long about it, so yeah. So the next question is that Tyler asked me, 1. Should Khan be the main character? Now, I don't really necessarily think he should be the main character of this show. Its own spin-off show, of course he can be the main character, but, you know, in terms of the MD story, I do think he should have been given a way bigger role than he got right now, but unfortunately, I don't write shit, so yeah, that is not on me. Second one, is N better than Khan? No. Slight hot take. Third question, is N and Uzi a good ship? Ah yes, the most controversial question you can ask any MD fan whatsoever. If N and Uzi are a good ship, in my opinion, I don't hate it, and neither do I like it. I'm more of like in between. I mean, these moments are pretty sweet, I will say. Like in episode 6, in my opinion, it got integrated, I think, almost perfectly. Like, it didn't take away a lot of the story, but yet, you know, Newsy fans got a lot of great Newsy moments, you know, and that's completely respectable. And also, I think in episode 8, it also got integrated a bit, I think less perfectly than episode 6, but still, it got integrated pretty good, so yeah. And overall, I think it's just a very respectable ship. If you like it, that's completely fine. If you don't like it, that's also completely fine. So long you respect each other's opinions, you're pretty good. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. Viper asked, the fuck you gonna do with your life since MD is over? Also, when War Thunder collab with me? Honestly, I don't know. Really, I really have to see what I will do after, you know, the series is now over. So yeah, I personally have no idea. Also, when is the War Thunder collab? If you hit me up, we could schedule one, I guess. I thought you didn't want one, but if you do, just hit me up. Aboda asked, what's your favorite MD character other than Khan, of course? It totally isn't Jax's favorite character. Okay, seriously though, if I have to pick like one of the main characters, so like not like a random classmate who just featured in 2, 3, 1 episode, I really have to choose for, in my opinion, either V in my opinion or Tessa as well. Though I just said my favorite female character is V, so I think I'm just gonna say V as well as my favorite MD character other than Khan. Also, yes, I just changed my microphone position so I could be a bit more hearable, but besides that point. Second question, what is your honest opinion about MD? Of course, I can't go through each and every episode because that would take way too long. But if I just have to keep it short and simple, my honest opinion about MD is that it's a great show with some flaws, of course, because not every show can be perfect, which is completely understandable. But if you really like horror, robotic stuff, like future stuff, and as well as creepiness, it's a great show for you, and it gives valuable entertainment. Only huge downside is that the fandom can be, you know, questionable at times. Third question, what is the hottest take you have? Khan is one of the most, if not the most, overhated character in the show. Yes, of course I have to include Khan in this because, you know, that's my my hot takes I really have, in my opinion. But anyway, allow me to explain. Like, leaving her daughter for quote-unquote dead, in my opinion, was a good thing. Firstly, he just wanted to protect his colony, and if that meant sacrificing his own daughter, he would absolutely do it. He just wants to protect his colony for, I think, for eternity. And if that even meant his daughter would need to have a sacrifice, even though it's very harsh, you know, it had to be done. I think it's more valuable to save like 100 lives than just one life. Secondly, also leaving her daughter for dead also created the MD as a whole. If you didn't do it, you know, something completely different would have happened, and we have been in an alternative MD universe right now. So yeah, that's kind of like my hottest take I really have at the moment. Khan is just way too overhated, and I hope you guys can agree on that. The Gaslight District fanboy asked, first question, what made you stop making YouTube videos? Is it a YouTuber, or is it a friend that convinced you to make videos? I don't know, I saw other YouTubers like yeahhh, Oncom, and some others as well, making MD YouTube videos, and I decided, due to my Twitter account also being pretty popular at the time, to also start doing it. So that is kind of how it started. Second question, do you think you will like the Gaslight District? Honestly, it really depends if I like it. At first, of course, I have to give the pilot a chance. I will for sure give it a chance once it's released. And then I will decide if I like it or not. But for now, I don't really have an answer on that. I really have to see the pilot. Third question. And what's your second and third favorite character behind Khan? Well, my second character I just answered. That was a different question, so there you have that answer. And my third favorite, that is, in my opinion, if it is, I think I will count here some lesser, you know, characters. I think probably Sam or Brayden, one of the two. Just because, I think Sam, just because he has a unique personality in my opinion, and he's just an overall goober overall. But yeah, that's my answers. Sleepy Stars asked, ever since you started your YouTube channel / Twitter account, have you ever stopped once and asked yourself, how did I become the person I am today, and ever expected to come this far for these past months? Honestly, I think a lot of it. I think a lot of how did I become the person I am today, and how grateful and lucky I am, and ever come to experience the stuff I have experienced within the MD fandom. Really, I'm very grateful and lucky to the person I am today, and I think I've massively improved of the person I am today compared to like 2 years or 1 year ago, if I'm totally honest. Second question. Did you ever plan on doing YouTube full time if somehow this little channel of yours managed to pick up steam? If so, what are your future plans and goals for the channel? However, alternatively, if the channel does fail, what would you do with your life then? Basically your dream career of some sorts. Sleepy, seriously, you're asking pretty good questions right here, not gonna lie. But I do not really plan on doing YouTube full time. In my opinion, my full-time job, I actually have no idea what I really want to do full time. I have like no idea. Really, YouTuber is a dream career of mine, but like, you know, I don't think my channel will, you know, pick up stream and just blow up massively, if you know what I mean. I really have to, you know, have a variety of content for that, if you know what I mean. So personally, yeah, I kind of have no idea what I really want to be in the future. And I will kind of like wait and see what I really want to be in the future. Question 3. Will there ever be a Goatman X Sleepy Stockler? Oh, here's where it all comes downhill. Not JK. To be honest, we kind of already did one in the Kahoo. I mean, you won that thing entirely, so yeah. I mean, you won that because you fucking stalked me, but you know, a win is a win, so I think we kind of already did one, but maybe if you want to do us two only, just hit me up one time, I guess. Surprised Tessin asked, first question, how does it feel in the MD song when Khan said, I'm a terrible dad? I'd rather not get into that, please. Second question, why are you so cool? I don't know, up for you to decide, I guess. And third question, will you do another stream or planning to do a stream? Oh, I'm sure I will do another stream in the future. When though, I will see whenever I have time, but yeah, I'm definitely planning to do one, so stay tuned. Anyway, that were all of the questions. Yeah, of course I couldn't, you know, do all of the questions asked because otherwise the video would just take way too long. So this is the final question. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Please smash the like button. I hope we can maybe get 40 likes in this video. And yeah, see you guys. Goodbye.